So this is how my P2P lending portfolio is looking like right now. On the right side, you can see how the portfolio value has changed since last month. In the middle of the table, you can see how much interest each platform paid in January. There was a bit of development in January, so let's briefly discuss the performance of every platform I am invested in. Peerberry continues repaying the war-affected loans. While the availability is limited these days and there is a need for manual investments, I still manage to keep my funds invested. The return is not the highest, as not all war-affected loans are repaid yet. The stability and Peerberry's approach to capital preservation is, however, impressive. What's not so impressive is the performance of Estate Guru. My portfolio's default rate increased to 35% last week, which is very disappointing. The market situation is certainly not favorable for Estate Guru. On the other hand, the platform failed to assess the borrowers properly when following its growth strategy. I talked with the new CEO just a few days ago, and we can be certain that the default rate has not peaked yet. We will cover some of the performance-oriented topics in the next week's video, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out. I did invest in 2 projects in January, which I found interesting. However, I will wait until the platform shows some progress on loan recoveries before increasing my investment amount. Robocash is one of the most stable platforms regarding the performance of loans in my portfolio. I'm also experiencing some cash drag, as most investors are ready to lock up their funds for 2 years to get the highest interest rate. Reinvest24 is struggling with the repayments from delayed loans in Moldova. If the borrower doesn't come up with a solution shortly, the platform announced to default the loans and sell the collateral. I would actually like to see that, as the borrower is also a shareholder of Reinvest24. Selling the collateral and repaying investors would be a great way to show that there is no conflict of interest that would have a negative impact on the investor's portfolio. Escated continues to perform well. Most of my funds are invested within 24 hours, and the stability Escated brings to my portfolio is certainly appreciated these days. What's not appreciated is Bonster's approach to communication. The lender updates are insufficient, the statistics are not properly updated, and instead of recovering investors' funds, the platform seems to be focused on promoting newly listed loans. Bonster announced that delayed loans from Rappi Credit would be repaid by June, and that the lender had already paid the first payment. If that would be the case, we would see a decrease in the funds in recovery. Instead, the amount increased. If I see my funds recovered on Bonster, it will be only the courtesy of the lender and not because of Bonster's risk management, which makes any investment on Bonster highly risky. The platform takes zero responsibility in protecting investors' funds, or at least inform them properly about the latest developments. On income, the loan performance continues to be stable for the time being. I am, however, shifting my funds towards consumer loans from Mexico, which offer, in my opinion at least, a better risk-adjusted return. So this is how the entire portfolio looks like when we visualize it. The top 3 platforms bring quite some stability to my portfolio, which I will prioritize in the future. Regarding interest payments, not much has changed since last month, except for Estate Guru to pay much less than anticipated. That's mainly because several loans have defaulted, which significantly increased the default rate in my portfolio to 9.5%. There are also quite a few late loans. The loans in recovery are war-affected loans from Peerberry. This amount decreased by 8.7% to €5,211 in January. In terms of loan types, most of my loans are still short-term loans, which surprisingly perform better than secured real estate loans. As for the exposure in various countries, my stake in Indonesia, Ukraine, and Russia and Jordan has slightly decreased. As for the security, most loans are unsecured loans backed by a buyback guarantee, and the rest are secured loans backed by a mortgage. The average investment per loan was €70 in January. The weighted average interest rate stayed at around 11%, and the portfolio is diversified across 1,123 loans in 18 countries. Let me know in the comments below what changes you have made to your portfolio last month. To find out which are the currently best rated P2P lending platforms that pay high yields, head over to P2P Empire. Remember that this video is no investment advice and that P2P lending is risky. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.